Hello, everybody. Signesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Benjamin Franklin. We have entered the Exploration Age and have chosen the Normans to carry on our legacy this time. I'm sitting pretty compared to some of the other powers that be, all things taken into account. But I still want to continue down the scientific legacy path that I went down back in the Antiquity Age. The Enlightenment legacy path is gonna be a bit of a pain to try to complete, but I'll do what I can. I haven't completed the Enlightenment Antiquity path ever, literally. It's kinda hard. Okay, so the Bazaar's gonna overbuild the amphitheater. It's gonna take a couple of turns to do. Oh, one thing that I need to do is get those attribute points slotted in. I'm gonna have to redistribute these bonus resources to other settlements. The crab can go to Olympia. Carolyn can go to Athenae. It remains our capital city. And, I'm gonna have to work towards education to make the Enlightenment path easier, since that's what it says right here. I'll have to research education. I think the best course of action would be to get these 3 techs started first. And you may have noticed that... what was I gonna say? You may have noticed that there's only 3 turns for cartography and 4 turns for piety instead of the 6 and 8 turns usually. That's because I got Future Tech and Future Civic completed in the Antiquity Age, and still feeling pretty good about it. Get me a little head start towards doing what I want to do in the Exploration Age. I already got the Civic Masteries thing done. I think it's only appropriate that I do science towards researching tech masteries and the Legend Unlock. +1 to the adjacencies of standard gold, production, and science buildings. That'll be useful. I'm gonna gain 1 more support on all my wars, just to be prepared. And I may need to work my way towards this Legend Unlock as well. Plus 25% influence towards supporting or rejecting diplomatic actions. And for the cultural thing, I'm gonna do +1 culture and settlements for each resource assigned to them. I did choose something when I was choosing my legacy, when I was distributing my legacy points. I did something that decreased my science no, not science. I chose something that decreased my culture per turn, so it's important to get that back up. Even though I'm at 92 culture compared to 83 science per turn. For the government, I'm gonna do feudal monarchy, for plus 20% food for 10 turns. And the 30% production towards training cavalry and naval units for 10 turns as well. It got me the obligatory free cog, which I can use to travel the high seas once I've researched shipbuilding. But that's going to be ways off. Since I'm no longer playing as Greece, the culture bonus no longer applies for supporting endeavors that other leaders want to start with me.
I take refuge.
Piety has been completed. I'm gonna do Consuetundes et Justice next. I think that's how you pronounce it. Consuetudines et Justitiae. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on from that. Call it a day. Growing pains. Loss is a universal experience, and every facet of life can reflect its sorrowful face. What was once an intimate alliance has crumbled, with nothing but memories for rubble. I'll accept the necessary consequences, whatever they may be. I think I remember saying in the last part that I want to settle somewhere down here before the other leaders get to that land. Just for the sake of being at the settlement limit.
I worked my wits and thoughts.
Machinery's been researched. Next up is going to be cartography, which is only going to take 2 turns because of the future tech I completed in the Antiquity Age.
The map was a model.
I'm also considering turning Hattusa or Izirtu into a city, either one of them. Plus Olympia if I'm really feeling like it. I have the gold necessary for it. But converting towns into cities is gonna have it require more happiness, and it's gonna increase the cost of non-warehouse buildings by 10%. I believe that's what that window said. We got a celebration, and let's get some additional food. Why don't we? I'm gonna do commune. Not really in the mood for initiating sanctions, given how much the leaders love me right now. Most of them, anyway. Placing a wharf here will overbuild the ancient bridge. Definitely worth it. I'm gonna have Atheni be slightly more productive with the Wales resource. I can't auto-explore with the cog, but I was thinking that if I did, it might accidentally go into the ocean marine tiles, and I wouldn't know it for a time. Methana volcano eruption. Okay, it's nowhere near the heart of my empire, so not really any need for worry.
Never promise anything except what you are willing to give.
That's Consuetudes et Justitiae completed. If anyone knows how to pronounce all this, then please let me know. I'd highly appreciate it. I'd be very embarrassed if I didn't know. What?
There exists people.
I think that's my scout. Is it my scout? One of them? Well, I know one scout's right there. I don't believe there's any way it could have gone into the ocean tiles. Actually, yes, it's going into the ocean tiles right now. Oh, crap. That's the opposite of good. You hear me? Yeah, I get it. Scout's getting damaged. I'm gonna have to research the mastery to unlock the Bailey, but for now, I'm just gonna have to do what I can. I'm gonna place the Mott right down here since it gives the most happiness. Crabs are a bonus resource that'll give +2 food on warehouse buildings. I don't think I build enough of those throughout my empire, so I think I'm gonna have to fix that. Olympia already has a saw pit, which is a warehouse building. The gristmill warehouse building, it does look like it. Yeah. I'm thinking about converting Sparta into a city again, too. But my decision's not quite final yet. I think that should take care of my warehouse building dilemma for right now. Guess it should be okay to get more crab resources in my settlements at this time. I'm gonna do mercantilism next. Wero Woko Moko of the Powhatan people. It's friendly with me, given that I was the suzerain of the city-state before it took its place. Odd August of the Son-in-Ke people. I remember Himiko was the suzerain of the city-state that was there before it. Definitely something I would want to take advantage of. There's a shipwreck right here, but I don't think I want to risk the scout's safety for that just yet. I kind of want to have it heal first. Venice. Another independent power that's friendly with me. I think that's by default, but I'm not sure. Achilles River is flooding again. Oh, yikes. I don't suppose there's any way I can mitigate these flood disasters like in Civ 6 yet, but I'm hoping for the best. Economic consequences. In the wake of the recent disaster, wealthy merchants still have an eye to their profits. Several are petitioning for relief from taxes, claiming special circumstances. I'm getting close to a celebration. But I think I'm still gonna go for tax amnesty for merchants must be discussed. Even though it said should. Status quo. The negotiations between merchant groups and city financiers are far more fraught than expected. Eventually, the merchants are able to secure some amount of relief from taxation in the wake of the recent disaster. That gets us a nice lump sum of gold. Castles is complete. I'm gonna go for guilds next. It's one of the technologies I need to research education. I can have the plantation repaired. Okay, so that plantation was the only one that's damaged, apparently. I'm gonna have to have this scout heal up before I go for that shipwreck. I don't think it's worth the risk with the amount of health it has right now. Celebration again. And then... palisading would be useful if I were to construct some medieval walls. Hoarding wood. Architects gather to plan the construction of defenses, and find themselves with more lumber than expected. They debate whether this surplus should be used for the construction of additional walls, or if they should preemptively strengthen existing bastions with wooden hoarding in case of war. So it's either 25% production towards medieval walls or motte. Well, the Norman civilization is centered around defenses. Hence the fact that if I were to train a soakman and use it to settle a new town, medieval walls would be pre-built. I think I'm gonna construct hoarding for the motte. Okay, the motte is already in the build queue in Atheni. I'm definitely gonna have to research this mastery if I want the Bailey to become available. I'm gonna have to wait until mercantilism is complete, though, for that to happen.
Plenty of money maketh gentle.
Okay. Crumbs in the wind. Guards watch in horror as a slice of bread tumbles from a murder hole into the gatehouse ceiling. Shredding crumbs on its descent, the half-eaten chunk lands delicately in the lap of a visiting aristocrat. He recoils, peering up at the lunchless guard. "No eating on duty!" he shouts. "Our shifts are too long," the soldier yells back. I mean, that is kind of disgusting. having crumbs everywhere. I've got more gold than I need right now, so I'll allow them to eat on the walls. That's not taking into the fact that I'm already in a celebration. I will purchase this Soakman right now, and I'll have him find a place down here to settle while I complete this mastery for the Civic. The observatory will overbuild the barracks here. The building is going to last 8 turns. And the volcano's erupting again. And it damaged one of my rural areas. That's unfortunate, but emissaries from Wokomoko are presenting me with 250 happiness towards the next celebration. Nice. Someone's committing espionage against me. Napoleon Emperor. Stealing government secrets from me. Is he? And it's the mercantilism civic. How dare you? I can't sanction you other than denounce you because I need a relationship of neutral or lower to get that going. I want to convert Hattusa into a city. I have the gold to do it, so why not? Sparta had its chance. Now it's time for one of the city-states I incorporated in the previous age to have its time in the spotlight. I should get a granary in here for additional food. A saw pit too, while I'm thinking about it. Soakman's ready to go. Okay, I think this is the tile that's gonna have the recommended city thing. Though I think I want to settle a little further away from Wokomoko, because if I settle too close, it's going to turn hostile, and that's going to remove all the progress I had towards befriending it. I think here would be a better location. Okay, my scout's fully healed, and off to the shipwreck it goes. It's gonna take some damage. Yep, minus 12 for the rough seas. A Navy commander summons her crew to examine the debris. This shipwrecked vessel is a lesson in defeat, but how was it felled? Let's study the debris to find out. No other way. Okay, what can I research next? Actually, I'm just gonna work my way towards education the rest of its way. Still not 100% sure on how to go about the scientific path in exploration, but I'll see. Okay, the Soakmen arrived. We got our new settlement of Fit Camp ready to go. I can settle a ways to the west and to the east. Well, actually, the northeast, since there's a mountain in the way.
Never promise anything except what you want.
Okay, that's the mastery complete. I can now get the Bailey down to complete the donjon. And also in Hattusa, the Bailey can also be built. And I hear the sound of frogs in the background after I had them in queue. Authority is what I'm going for next. Venice has been pretty nice to my scout so far. I think I should go ahead and befriend it. I think I still have the tradition for... Okay, yeah, I do. I was kind of doubtful, given that it cost a little more influence than it did in the Antiquity Age to befriend independents. Oh gosh, maybe I should get my scout unit back into the shallows. A shared world. Following breakthroughs in navigation, Norman travelers venture farther than ever before, returning with tales of strange lands and wildly different peoples. Citizens grow more aware of their own culture, proud of themselves and curious about others in turns. Let's be more open-minded. Let's do new perspectives will open new horizons. Why don't we? Where Wokomoko is under our suzerainty. And for the bonus, let's do... Look at that. Yeon Guk Daijon. Daijion. I thought it was referencing the donjons that the Norman Empire can build. But I was mistaken. Still, I think it would be a good idea to go for the extra policy slot. And in it, let's go ahead and slot trade winds. Because I want to get some trade routes going right about now. Okay, I can't afford another one, at least. So that's nice. What's going on? Shona has been defeated. Where's it at? Was it Zimbabwe? No, I don't think so. I don't know if it's an independent power I haven't met yet. But I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on any independents that I plan on befriending. Okay, these two traders are gonna return to two of the settlements that I previously had trade routes with. Just for old time's sake. And my scout's taking quite a beating. The sooner I get shipbuilding researched, the better. And it's dead. Rest in peace. You were no match for the high seas. It will be soon as I get shipbuilding researched. Then my cog can travel pretty much anywhere at once.
I have collected.
I'm gonna have it prepare by going over near Izir 2. Over by this Fishing Quay Harbor District. At that. Forest law. A peasant is brought into custody for hunting rabbits in the royal forest. On his knees, the poor man prays for mercy. His family is starving, he insists. I'm pretty close to another celebration. I think I'm gonna forbid poaching. No hunting in the royal forest. I'm gonna do mastery for authority next. I got another trade route with Jishi going. Hattusa. How many warehouse buildings does it have? Granary. I think it would be nice if I got a saw pit down here. Just for a little extra. The donjon is still in progress, so the saw pit's gonna have to wait. I'm gonna get a bazaar in here too, so I can have a little extra gold income. And education. Only 3 turns left until it's complete. I've seen that it is going to help with completing the Enlightenment path. I think I want to get a temple in here now. It's going to overbuild the altar. But the altar, then again, was a religious building in its own right. Merchant has arrived. Make me another trade route. Production in towns equals more gold for me. Even though it's not going to produce any of the buildings cities would potentially have. Still nice. Vassalage. Okay. Emissaries from Venice have delivered 250 gold. To weigh down my pockets even more. I still have this cog to command, and I'm gonna have it sleep for now. Not gonna need it until I got shipbuilding researched. Education is done. I can now place more specialists in my city districts. But I think that is going to pretty much do it for this part of my second playthrough of Benjamin Franklin in Civ 7. I'm definitely gonna have to look into shipbuilding so my naval units can safely cross the ocean to this other continent, which already has had some mountain tiles revealed. And Mount Everest was on this continent too. The homelands. I'll see what options are available starting in the next part for that. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!